I think of Women's Funding Alliance as the regional social change agent here in Seattle and the Pacific Northwest around issues that affect the lives of women and girls.
They focus on organizations that are small and don't have a lot of other funding options.
They provide support to organizations that are working directly with those populations that need day-to-day support. Girls and women that are facing domestic violence, girls and women that are recovering from substance abuse, girls and women who are immigrants and coming to this country and trying to find their footing. But at the same time, they're supporting organizations who are working on the behind the scenes and the way that our society treats those women and girls. A couple of years ago, the Women's Funding Alliance launched a landmark study that looked all over Western Washington at how women and girls were faring.
Washington comes in at 42nd in the nation on gender wage gap. Women are 3 times more likely to be poor than men, and 300,000 working women in Washington lack health insurance. The Women's Funding Alliance is really seeking to balance out an imbalance by funding organizations that often get overlooked.
I don't know where Passages Northwest would be without the Women's Funding Alliance. They were one of our first institutional supporters at a time when we needed people to take a risk and believe that the organization could become something that could serve 6,000 girls. We offer outdoor programs in rock climbing, backpacking, kayaking, snowshoeing. We have hundreds of stories from girls that talk about how Passages Northwest taught them how to respect themselves, believe in themselves and their future, and turn whatever dreams that they have into a reality for themselves.
The organization I work for, POWER, which stands for Parents Organizing for Welfare and Economic Rights, is a grassroots organization made up of low-income parents. We do outreach, provide advocacy information to over 5,000 families a year. We bring low-income families from across Washington to Olympia every Martin Luther King Day, and we have a march to end poverty. We spend a lot of time telling our stories and just raise some awareness so that better policies are made. Without the Women's Funding Alliance, a lot of organizations that are working with very vulnerable populations of women and girls wouldn't be able to continue the work.
I have 2-year-old twins, a girl and a boy, and I want to make sure that as they grow up together, they both have completely equal opportunities to achieve whatever they want to in life. I feel hopeful knowing that there are organizations like the Women's Funding Alliance, and they'll be working to make sure that the world is actually a better place for her.